Welcome back. We're heading into episode 2. We've had a clear breakup. It's been a year. And the last interaction between them, when Soljin found you, was really interesting because it was that whole we're not in a relationship, but who says we're not in a relationship? It's clear that Soljin is not going to give up. He's going to try to win Jiu back. It's just there's clear issues, clear lack of communication, probably insecurities, and probably a bit of claustrophobia involved in their relationship, so they really hopefully can iron out issues and whatever way it goes, move forward.
너 뭐야? 너 뭔데 얘한테 아빠래? 너
I have to say,
얘
I
딸이야?
really appreciate them making the
교수는
episode
누군데요?
longer. They
아저씨.
really packed in a
옆집
lot.
사는데 한지우랑 친구이기도 하고 해서요. 친하게 지내는 사이인데.
설명할 필요 없어.
I mean, he's not wrong. You don't have to explain it to him.
둘이 봐.
그래.
And he's making them food. Is he from this
너
village?
아무한테나 아빠라고 하는 거 아니다. 듣는 누군가는 깜짝 놀라는 수가 있어.
Yeah, he's extremely shocked by that.
같은 한식으로 하고 한년.
I like how she answers back though.
만나서 반가웠어요. 네, 간디.
Yeah, she's an adult. She understands. She can read the room. A kid won't. A kid would just like, why do we have to leave?
춥다. 들어가자. 밥 먹고 얘기해. 나 오늘 한 끼도 안 먹었어. 장난치지 마.
I get both of what they're trying to do here,
우리 그럴 사이 아니잖아.
but you still need to speak. You still need to
그럴
talk.
사이 아니라고. 누구 맘대로. 그렇게 쪽지 한 장 놔두고 갔는데
Which is a really sucky thing to
누구
do.
맘대로 그럴 사이가 아니야.
Clearly, he's not giving up.
아빠 이상하던데 표정이.
좀 아빠라고 부르지 말라니까.
그만한 사람이 없으니까 그러지.
Anyone better?
진짜 누구 닮았노? 어?
I don't know, but she takes off to someone.
대박이네. 둘이 어떻게 하는 사이지?
엄마는 왜 하는데? 동창 아니라며.
그 톱스타 강사.
Okay. I like her.
힘들면 내가 이걸 모르나?
I like how the daughter doesn't really react. She's just like,
난리 났지. 내가
snatched him up.
내가
He's not from here.
이거 동네 방네 자랑거리 아니었겠나 이 말이지.
내가 뭐라?
Yeah. In other words, she's telling you to shut up. There's so much mystery surrounding it, which is great for us as viewers, because then we get to kind of question and theorize what could possibly have happened. I like he's shocked at clearly seeing someone move on with their life. Yeah, like he's settled.
할 말 있으면 빨리 하고 가.
Why are you pushing him away? What happened for you to really be so cold towards him?
야, 너 어떡해? 어? 그 말하잔 쪽지 한 장 달랑 두고 사라져. 그것도 내 생일날.
Whoa.
내 이때까지 얼마나
Wow.
답답했는지 알아?
On his birthday, you can do it a different time?
그리고 너 때문에 이사간 집에서 너 없이 나 혼자 1년 동안. 그래서 미안하단 말이 듣고 싶은 거야?
That was an ADR. He did a voiceover for that. They clearly changed that. Why is he being so cold towards him though? Is he just trying to push him away?
지켜줄 수 있잖아. 내가 이런 취급받을 정도로 너한테 잘못한 것 같진 않은데. 자기가 새벽에 왔다고 자고 있는 사람 깨우기나 하고.
He clearly was thinking about it for a while.
먹는 거부터 자는 것까지 하나하나 다 예민해지고.
Ah.
연예인이라고 밖에서 걷는 거 하나 못 하는 거.
He couldn't deal with that. And him. Okay.
얼굴에 뭐만 났다 하면 짜자고 난리치는 것도 성가시고 특히 네가 잘 때 이가는 소리 그게 제일 참기 힘들었고
So it sounds like eventually even the minute thing of like grinding your teeth in your sleep became too much for him. Um, it's one of those hard things, isn't it? Because with Sojin as a celebrity, as a person, and South Korea is about image. We like heard people talk about it before that the way you look is extremely important. So you can't have blemishes, and you have to look a certain way to fit in, especially to the idea of what is attractive. So it must have been hard for him because Sojun, he said, was hypersensitive from it, especially when he's filming to what he eats, to how many hours he sleeps, to how his skin looks, probably just everything. And then, you couldn't go outside. And then here we're saying the grinding of your teeth. That shows that it got to the point where even the minute things was really irritating him. But he is definitely being cruel here to push him away and to make the audience take Sojun's side for now, but until we find out really why he is the way he is.
됐지.
People call these
내가
home
이유라도 친절하게
truths,
다 적고 나왔으면
but he's just
너가
being
추절리를
cruel
없었을
in this
텐데.
moment.
내가 예의를 못 배워 먹어서 실수했네. 미안.
And don't give fake stories.
제대로 한 방 치네. 마치 준비했던 것처럼. 야, 그게 싫어서 이렇게 멀리까지 왔어? 착각하지 마.
Oh,
그냥 돌아온
he's
것뿐이니까.
I just returned. That's interesting.
그래.
So this is where he's from, then, because if he's returning. I mean, we know it's not going to end like this. What is he up to?
이거 뭐야? 이게 왜? 내 거잖아. 왜 안 버렸어?
Exactly. Because if you don't care for him and everything you don't like about him, why would you keep it?
상관없던 거지. 내가 가져갈게. 원래 내 거였으니까. 그래.
Yeah, see,
버렸어?
No, I bet he keeps it stored away.
야, 그게 얼마짜? 야, 차라리 팔지 그걸 버렸어? 어디다 버렸는데? 사내.
I honestly think he could have it secretly in the house somewhere. But him keeping those clothes is a sign that he hasn't fully let go. But he's also someone who doesn't know how to communicate clearly. Jiu showed his affection, didn't he, in very different ways. They were more subtle. Is he gonna go down and then he's gonna pause like, I'm not going anywhere? Uh-huh. So we're back to you, so we're gonna get a bit of your story now. Yeah, we're gonna see him actually toss the ring? Or is he going to look for it? Or is this just him travelling to work? Because they mentioned the ring, I thought, are we seeing some of that? I still think it's very fascinating that he kept those clothes. Or pajamas. Because it's very clear, when people are very introverted, they do subtle things to let someone know they care. And it was clear that he hasn't fully let go of this person, and it's his way of like, keeping them close. Because if you sleep with their stuff...
굿모닝.
He's acting like nothing happened.
막 이래 훌륭한 친구가 있으면 진작에 말을 하지. 하긴 뭐 인사성도 없고.
이장님 뭐 드시겠어요?
그래.
He's not so well mannered.
보통에 뭔 소린지 뭐 모르겠고. 그 내는 해장이나 좀 해야 할 낀데.
Oh, are you hungover?
해장.
뭐 우리가 어제 막걸리를 좀 많이 마셔가지고.
그 쫄쫄거리는 저에게 이장님께서 시원한
So
막걸리와
he found him?
봐라. 성공한 놈들은 다 이유가 있어. 성격이 이래 좋네.
아이, 제가 어제 이장님 덕분에 너무 재밌었는데요. 오늘 또 시원하게 찜질.
Uh-huh. Look at you
아이,
playing
친구라
tricks.
카드만은 그래 그 야밤에 보내나. 예? 서울까지 여서 얼마나 먼데? 뭐하노? 해장국.
Respect your elders.
나도
Respect
해장국.
your elders.
진짜 즐거웠지? 너무 즐거웠어.
I like how you can't tell they've got hangovers. They're fine. Lucky.
나였나 보다. 냄새나.
한번 보시죠.
He does make some
매콤한
beautiful
그러니까
food.
국물인데요.
굴이 없는데?
굴은 안 들어가고 소고기와 양파, 와인이.
와인. 내
Yeah, you can have wine and food.
해장한다고.
아 이장님 이거
You
제가
won't-
먹어봤는데요.
It's
한국이랑
fine.
비슷하고 맛있어요. 드셔보세요.
Yeah, wine is actually pretty good instead of
또
food.
뭐 드시고 싶은 거 없으세요? 마음껏 시키세요. 제가 또 신세 졌으니 갚아야죠.
아니다. 됐다. 먹어볼까?
Sneaky. It's gonna be really nice.
맛있네. 신기하다 이거.
그렇죠. 시원하니 맛있죠. 얘가 또 부침성은 없는데 요리는 잘해요. 많이
He's a
좀
fantastic cook, but he's just not friendly.
우리 톱스타 서주의 친구이기도 할까? 먹자.
I can't feel too bad for him because of how he spoke to Sojin last night.
뭐해? 혼자야?
I mean, the restaurant's not doing well. You need the money.
어제 촬영하고 너무 힘들고 그래서 밤새 운전해서 갈 수가 없었어. 내가 아무리 싫어도 사고 나는 건 싫잖아.
He doesn't hate you. As much as he spoke to you like that, it was his way of trying to get you to leave, even if it hurt him to say it.
무슨 소린지 아무도 모를 것 같은데.
너희 톱스타 잘 먹다.
That was a very interesting comment he made there. Is the naming of the restaurant specifically, obviously it's got a meaning, we know that, but is it also to intrigue people, or is it to keep them away at the same time? Because unless you know the meaning of the name of the restaurant, which unless someone randomly gets it, they're not going to know the actual meaning behind it and like his care. And there's a reason why he won't change the name. I feel like he's keeping everyone at an arm's length, even in his restaurant. Maybe his restaurant will pick up. Because how else is he going to make money and survive? Because you've got to pay rent. I like how it's still in the car to look at. Yeah, he didn't put it in the back.
헤어졌다.
Doesn't look like he's given up though. The little music when you see the little girl, like the little bright music. Is she going to make an appearance into the restaurant?
하이.
Yeah, see? Because they shifted the music to be really bright.
오늘 근데 혹시 굴라 싶어 했나?
어떻게 알았어?
소문 다 났던데 이상한 거 줬다고. 굴 없는 거.
The rumor spread.
맛있었대. 이장님이 경서도 왔다 갔다고 해가지고 동네 사람들이 진짜 강서 가게 갔지.
It was true. But he spoke about the whole hypersensitivity, but also being a celebrity. But I can understand why he was stressed if everyone talks about Kang Soo-jun all the time.
말세다 말세. 지심이 바빠갖고 지껏 챙겨내라고 뭐 정도 없고.
Okay, bye-bye.
새끼 한 마리가 안 보이네.
He's such a shy person.
웬 전화?
You see, no one calls.
네, 티 아스페토입니다.
나야. 아까 경황이었고 당황해서 못 물어봤는데 김영기랑은 아직도 연락하냐? 했어? 그래. 내가 할 거 아니지. 됐고. 우리 헤어졌잖아.
He just wanted to hear his voice.
그니까 네 짐 다 들고 가. 싹 다. 내 눈 앞에서 네 흔적 하나도 안 보이게.
버려.
나 강서준이야. 전에 있는 물건 버렸다가 누가 보기라도 하면 어쩌게.
He's using his celebrity status as an excuse.
내 할 거 아니야.
나야. 들고 가 빨리.
He's not gonna leave him alone. He's intentionally doing this. See?
들고 가 빨리. 정리하다 보니까 짐이 너무 많아.
그만 좀 해. 제발 질척대지 좀 마. 너 자존심도 없냐? 컷! 오케이!
I like how he's doing this film and about being clingy when he's clingy.
지금 들고 가 빨리.
Switching off the phone, fake phone to his real phone. Yeah. He was like, I had peace and now I don't.
계속 전화 왔다며.
Mm-hmm. Of course she's gonna tell all your secrets. She's a kid.
일 있었나 서울에서. 생각해보면 네가 갑자기 온 것도 그렇고.
없어. 아무것도 아니야.
아빠는 가끔 피하는 경향이 있다.
See, she knows him better than anyone. She's picked up on his signals so well.
맨날 뭘 다 안다고. 응?
그럼.
No, let the little girl
근데
speak. She's
요즘은
talking the
톱스타가
truth.
난리던데. 오히려 잘 됐을 수도 있고. 톱스타 덕분에 얘한테 좀 더 잘해주지 않겠나?
Yeah, but that's just fake. They're nicer to him because a celebrity appeared. They should like him for him who he is, not because of who he was dating or who is his friend.
우리 친구 서준이가 서울에서 해결할 거 빨리 하라고 오락하던데.
He's bringing him now.
아이고, 대답 한번 시원하게 하는 꼴을 못 봤네. 아이고 답답하라. 아이고 답답해.
You didn't give him a chance to answer and say anything.
그 연예인한테 돈 벌는 거 역사지.
내일 서울 갔다 온나. 알겠나?
Advertisement. Film.
컷! 오케이요. 자, 다음 세팅 갈게요.
He's waiting for him to appear. I'm surprised we haven't seen someone touching up the makeup as well, because they're keeping him warm, trying to keep him hydrated. He appeared. Any excuse to see him, and I'm talking about both of them.
와 진짜 고생하셨어요.
진짜 감사해요.
갈아입고 올게. 나가 있어.
저희는 나갔죠.
Uh-huh.
온 김에 나 촬영하는 것도 보고 가라. 됐어. 가야지. 나의 어떤
Yeah, I feel like
발산의 시간이.
this went straight into the past, didn't it? Because of the way these transitions can be really confusing.
그건 그렇지.
But it seems like when they're doing the past, it's a bit brighter. Well, I say the past, it could be the future.
우리 여기서 뽀뽀 나온 거. 그만. 조용히 해봐. 조용히 하면 되잖아.
We can do it quietly.
일로 와봐. 힘나면 안 돼.
위험해 이거.
나 아니고 나 힘이 없는데 지금. 헐 나한테 에너지를 줘야지. 집밥을 안 될까?
Yes, yeah, and then shift, and he's now sad.
편하시죠. 근데 호민이는요?
누구 좀 납치하러 갔어.
What a thing to say. I like the no music, just the sounds of street life, busy life, everyday life. I notice how they're all in dark clothes as well.
말 안 하려고 했는데. 미안.
There's just a lot of sadness just in the costume design.
송금하려다가 마지막으로 사과도 하고 싶었고.
Money.
다신 그러지 마세요.
근데 이거 받으려고 다 따라 나온 거예요? 저는 한지우랑 강서준 씨한테만 사과하면 될 문제라고 생각하는데.
저희가 서준이 형 대신이거든요.
Yeah, you gotta calm down.
뭐 아는지
People are
모르겠지만
about as well.
지우랑 형이 이 자리에 이렇게 같이 있을 사이가 아니에요. 아니 근데 지우야, 너 어떻게 연락을 그렇게 싹 끊고 대체 거기까지 왜 간 거야? 내가 너 찾느라 그냥 고생이란 고생은.
형
Because what?
부모님 살아계실 때 같이 살던 곳이라 왔던 거야.
So he's going back to the peace and certain things.
레스토랑은 잘 돼가?
No, it probably started to pick up actually.
넌 이제 뭐 할 건데?
난 다시 금수저 됐잖아. 누려야지.
듣는 다른 수저 기분 나빠요.
이탈리아
that was
다시
kind
가서
of-
좀 쉬면서 이것저것 해보려고.
Yeah, that was just kind of a flippant I'm rich type of thing. I was like, okay.
갈게요. 이렇게 앉아서 근황 나눌 사이는 아니니까. 갈게.
They keep talking about it. We're not in a relationship. There's so much going on.
와, 드디어 얼굴 봤네요. 궁금했었는데.
They actually care.
둘이 갈 수 있지? 내가 일이 좀 있어서.
짐 가지러 나 혼자 가도 돼.
형이 어디 외간 남자가 아무도 없는 집에 들어가냐고. 일단 데려오라는데요.
Of course, he told you to bring him first because he's.
팀장님 따라요. 아 같은 셋업 정해놓고 있는 거예요. 그거 진짜 좋은 것 같아요.
Oh, she's back again.
시간도 아끼고 편하고.
그니까요. 저도 앞으로
Who is she?
좋은 옷 몇 개만 사서 입으려고요.
Like, she's got to have a deeper meaning in the show.
자, 5분 뒤에 슛 갈게요. 준비해 주세요.
I'm not sure if he's starting to feel attracted to her, and we're supposed to have her in the mix now. Because he keeps staring at her.
여보세요.
Oh, and look who happens to just pop in.
잠시만요.
She thought that look was to her.
지우야.
I knew she was going to know him. She had some importance in this moment. Because they kept highlighting her.
둘이 아는 사이예요?
Clearly.
언제부터? 미국에서 왔다고 하지 않으셨어요? 들었는데.
Childhood friends?
미국은 유학을 간 거.
끝날 때까지 기다릴게. 같이 가자며.
Uh-huh. Because her whole demeanor changed there as well. Are they supposed to be creating a love triangle? see how it's back to being bright again. So, what argument are you two having? Yeah, they're just being petty right now with their little squabble. Communicate, you two. Communicate.
너는 괜히 화나거나 뭐 민망하고 말하기 싫을 때 괜히 막 정리하더라.
내가?
네가.
He knows things about you.
화 안 났는데.
Yeah, right. That tone
마.
indicates you're not angry. He does know how to read him really well. That little girl knows as well.
아니 옷걸이에 한 방울 거는 게 그렇게 어렵나?
Does he have quite severe OCD?
그것 때문에 그런 건 아니고 내가 해도 돼. 근데 한두 번이 아니니까 그런 거잖아.
Is he feeling stifled?
좀 맞출 수 있잖아. So you just wanted him to say it out loud.
아 미안하대잖아.
하지마.
아 미안.
It's the shifting music as well.
그만해. 하지 말랬다.
풀렸다.
몰라.
He does. He does feel better.
진짜?
안 할게.
그럼 또 그럴 거지.
안 할게.
I mean, okay. I do like that we shifted into Gio's side of things and his everyday life. Again, you can sense people aren't going to get on with him, especially an elderly person, because he is quite introverted, and they probably find the way he looks and handles himself and speaks sometimes rude. It's just how he is. But it was genuinely interesting. The little girl and Soljin are the only two that really know how to read him so far that we can see. So yeah, they're playing very important parts. Soljin is not given up, and I understand why. He's kind of trying to do these petty little things, but it's actually to see Gio so that Gio will calm, and maybe he's supposed to then all of a sudden start to feel what he felt for Soljin before. I knew that lady was going to play a bigger role because of the way they highlighted her in the previous episode. So I knew she had to be some sort of person, I guess they're trying to create to cause conflict. I hope she doesn't become someone who pines after Gio, and if they use her to kind of be the in-between between the two guys to cause issues, I hope we don't get that with her. I hope she isn't just reliant on the story of another man, and that we get an understanding of her better, which I'm sure we will. But I want to make sure that she's just not used as fodder for people to be angry with. It was interesting. She was speaking about moving back home to when his parents were alive. Again, it's comfort, isn't it? We can see that he's going back to what he knew. Issues that when we see issues that arose, clearly he genuinely felt claustrophobic. But he's so terrible at communicating how he truly feels. Instead, he just left a note. He tried to just get away from all of it, and it makes you sad that he had to do that and that they couldn't speak about things. But I will say with Soljin, he is quite clingy and has a specific way, and it can be, when you're not in that lifestyle, very draining. And I like that, they brought up issues and they were kind of incorporating people back together and how people speak to one another, but it gave you a little sense of why Hugh moved back where he did. Plus, he kept certain clothes and they were on the bed, which means he wore them, which implies that there are still feelings there. There's still comfort. He seeks comfort in that way, and he's quite I guess, a subtle person in how he communicates. But we're only just getting started. There's clearly going to be a lot of hurt that's to come, because this is just them seeing each other again after a year, communicated. It's got to be a lot more conflict, a lot more hurt, and you can see clearly other characters are going to play a role. So we'll see where they go with them.